Has Booktube lied to me? That is the question that I'm trying to figure out. I've honestly had this video planned for a long time, and it's not going to be as technical as what I wanted it to be. It's going to be very basic. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reviewing all of the books that I've read because of Booktube. So I started watching Booktube in 2018, which was probably the biggest rabbit hole of my life. So these are books that are either like really hyped books or books that I just found through Booktube, and this is basically how the ranking process is going to go. It's actually very complex. I have a notebook. I literally just wrote this 5 seconds ago. I'm going to give each book a star rating, so it's like 1 star to 5 star. That's how we do the star ratings. And I will just be marking in my journal what each book star rating is. So obviously the way for Booktube to win is if there are more 4 and 5 star books than there are 1, 2, and 3. And the reason why I'm not counting 3-star books is because to me a 3-star book is average. It's not good, it's not great, and to me that means it did not live up to the hype. So I'm only going to be ranking the 4 and 5-star book. I have a feeling that Booktube did lie to me. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to be doing the math, and I honestly haven't looked. I wrote these, I'll just show you. I wrote the books on slips of paper that I put in this jar, telling you it's very technical, and I'm just going to be pulling them out and then just like sharing with you my star rating, giving a brief synopsis. We're not doing book reviews here, so I'm really just going to keep it brief. And I wrote these like months ago, so they're not like fresh on the top of my mind, so I might be a little bit surprised. I don't remember what I actually read because of Booktube. Let me put the disclaimer out there now. Obviously, these are going to be Booktube books, so they're going to be very popular. You might disagree with me on a book, and that's okay. I'm just going to be giving the star rating that I personally gave it, my experience with it. Doesn't really say anything about the quality of the book, but I'm ready to get started. So without further ado, let's get started with the first book from my fancy little jar. And as I told you, it's been a while since I've actually looked at these slips. So the first one, this was the one I didn't want to get first. Okay, but I got it first. So it's Dreaming with God by Sarah Beth Marr. I didn't want to get this one first because this is not a book that is hyped on Booktube. I just found it through Booktube, through Booktuber, who's like this, she seems like a very sweet person. This book is, yeah, not for me. It was like a self-help book about like a ballerina. It was more like Christian, and it just like wasn't really gelling with me with regards to self-help. I would actually give this book, let's write it down. I would give this book a 3-star, so I'm gonna put that in the 3-star category. Not bad, not great. And of course I started with that book. So just gonna put that aside and move on to books that you've actually heard about. Okay, this is another great one. Station 11 by Emily St. John Mendel. If you've been watching my channel, I actually have it. I have it right here because I just was filming my most disappointing reads of the year. Can you guess where this is going? This was a 1-star book for me, not my jam. So yeah, this one is going to be low rated. So let me write that down right now. The next book is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Okay, so I thought this book was okay. It wasn't exactly like what I was well, it wasn't exactly like what I thought it was gonna be. I remember liking it, not loving it, so I probably would put this in the 3-star category. Let's get with the next one. I'll do better at giving you a synopsis of the books. So this is the Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. Yeah, I didn't really like it. It's basically like a contemporary romance about this girl who, she's not a girl, she's a woman who has autism, and she hires this like escort to teach her how to date. It was like not my favorite book ever. I'm not into like the kind of like fluffy romance thing, so I would give this book a 3-star. This book, yeah, The Poet X. Okay, so this will be the first book that I will give a highish rating to It is basically about this girl who lives in Harlem. It's a YA book, and it's written in verse. I listened to it on audio, and it was kind of like listening to slam poetry. Very quick and succinct way to talk about the plot, but I give this book a 4-star. I thought it was well done. I read another Elizabeth Acevedo book that is maybe in here, I don't know, but that I did not like, but this one was okay, so I'll give this one a 4-star. So obviously Booktube is not winning at this point in time, but that could easily change. Let's see what's next. So, okay, I have this book here too. This is Beach Read by Emily Henry. So Beach Read by Emily Henry, I was gonna debate between a 2 and a 3-star, because I guess it doesn't matter because it's both like not on my side. This is a contemporary romance where it's like 2 authors that have like beach houses side by side and they help each other write books. Whatever. A little too fluffy for me. Romance is kind of hit or miss. I honestly think this book is a 2-star for me, and I just bumped it to a 3-star for my friend. Maybe I'll do the same now just to support my bestie. But yeah, I'll give this one a 3-star, but still on the non-Booktube side of things. Oh, okay, this is a good one. So it's The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. So this was a book that I got recommended to from Booktube. Everyone was talking about it. The cover is so pretty and it's yellow. And I actually did like this book. It's like one of those fluffy romance books. It's an enemies to lovers, which I guess is kind of similar to Beach Read, but I, for some reason, thought this book was really fun. I remember reading it on the beach, and it's just like very light, and for some reason I thought it was entertaining. So I will actually give this book a 4-star, and we're at 2 for Booktube Lied to Me, and 5 for, no, I'm getting this wrong. It's 2 for the books I've liked for Booktube, and 5 for Booktube Lied to Me. So we're on the Booktube Lied to Me side still, but let's just say this is a good one. Okay, The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. So I will actually just tell you where I found this book. Emma Books made a video on Myers-Briggs MBTI for, like, she would basically give a recommendation for each personality type, and this is I'm an ENFP, and this is the book that she gave because it's like very adventurous and fun, and I really like this book. I'd actually give it a 5-star. It's very fun. It's a YA book. It's about this like boy guy, he like takes a tour of France with his sister and his like best friend / like, you know, crush, and it was just very fun and exciting, and I'd give this book a 5-star, actually. I really liked that book. Next, we have Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. Okay, I liked this book too. Everyone was talking about it on Booktube. It's basically about this woman named Amira who babysits for she's African American. She babysits for this family that's white. She takes the kid to the grocery store, and she's like accused of, why can't I not think of kidnapping the child? I actually really like this book. I can go into like much detail about why I like this book, but I won't. But I listened to it on audio. It's a great audiobook. I love the dialogue. The characters were really fully fleshed out and really great. So, okay, I'll give this a 5-star book. I really liked it. It's a great read. Okay. An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. So, I don't know why I put this on this list. I'm sure I saw it on Booktube because it was very popular when it first came out. It's John Green's brother. I actually read this because it was the book club pick for Barnes & Noble. There's actually a video of me on Barnes & Noble like talking about this book. It's really awkward to watch. I like just found it a few months ago, and this is from like years and years ago. This book is basically, I didn't like it. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. Not my thing. It's sci-fi. It's about this girl who finds this thing, a Carl, like this statue in New York City, and then there's like an alien invasion and all that. I really didn't like it. It was super trendy. Not my cup of tea when it comes to books. So I'll give this one guess it doesn't, I don't know why I put it into like 5 different things. It really should just be like for Booktube, anti-Booktube, but I'll give this one a 2 because it was set in New York City, so it's not a 1, right? I'll give it a little something. Okay, let's see the next one. Okay. I also have this book right over here. Okay, this is The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare, which is this romance book. I really, really hated this book. I really didn't like it. It's, you know, you should just watch my like least liked books of 2020, and this was in it. That's why I have it sitting here. It's just like a marriage for convenience romance. I thought it was like very poorly written. It's not my thing. I know that people read this not for like the writing. It's more for like, you know, even though I didn't like that part either. But yeah, I'm gonna give this book a 1 star. Okay, let's see where we're at. This is so stupid. I did not set this up right. So we're at 7 for Booktube Lied to Me, and then 4. It's like 4 versus 7, with Booktube lying as the lead. I think there are some other books that I read because of Booktube that I liked. Okay, I have this book, but I don't really want to go pick it up right now. But it's Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. This book was not bad, wasn't great. I thought it was kind of average. It was like a thriller, but I thought that, I don't know, I didn't really care about the characters. I thought there was a couple things in the story that were a little bit repetitive, like it was a little too easy, and like certain characters went through similar experiences, and I just don't remember liking that. The concept is interesting of like the crazy things that can happen in the suburbs, and it wasn't all bad. I would give this book like a 3 star. It was like very like average to me. Like I read it really quickly, but I also like don't remember really caring about it that much at the same time. So I'll give that one a 3 star. Let's see what's next. Oh, I forgot about this book. Okay, it's an Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. This is a YA fantasy. So we have the 2 things that I don't like in books, YA and fantasy. Not my thing at all. Really didn't like this book. Sorry, I know a lot of people like that book. Just not my genre. I don't even know what I'd give it. I'm not doing the star rating anymore. It's so stupid. I guess I would give this like a 1 or a 2, but obviously it's gonna go on like the lie side. So there you go. Now let's get to, all right, okay. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Okay, I have like mixed opinions about this book because I read it and it's written in script, and it's about a band like back in the 70s, and like kind of like a love story, but it's like written where it's scripted out, and I prefer just reading a straight novel. I also tried listening to it, but I just like felt like it was really hard to keep track of who was talking. I know that a lot of people love the audiobook. Overall though, I did like this book, and I will put it on the yes side. This to me is like more of a 4-star book, so this was like a decent recommendation. So that's going on the yes side, meaning like Booktube didn't lie to me, I guess. And then, okay, this is Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I liked this book. Okay, this is a YA, how do I say it? Like YA sci-fi, and it's about, as I just like ranted on why I don't like that, but on and the Ember and the Ashes, but I actually like this book. It's basically about this world where people can't die, and so they have to have scythes that like choose who to kill, and I thought it was really interesting. I read the sequel and I really didn't like the sequel, so I'm not continuing on with the series, but the first book I'd give like a 4-star to, so that will be on the yes side. We're almost done with the video. A couple more. Let's see what this is. I knew this one was coming. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which is the same author as Daisy Jones and the Six. I really like this book. It's basically about this actress who is telling her life story and the 7 husbands that she married, and like the stories between each of them. This is a really good book. I actually will give this a 5-star. It was like really fast paced, and I was like turning the pages really fast, which is very rare for me in a book, and this is a very good recommendation, so thank you Booktube for that. Let's see. Okay, we're at 7 versus 9. That's actually pretty close. That's closer than I thought. I have 2 more. So if these 2 go to the yes side, then it could be a tie. Let's see. No. Okay. 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is a YA fantasy book. Yeah, not my thing. I thought it was like very average. It was just about these like 6 friends. Okay, honestly don't remember. It's been so long since I read this book. Yeah, 6 friends who were like doing things in this fantasy world. I give this book like a 3-star. I didn't think it was terrible. I just like didn't love it. So I'm gonna put this on the Y side. Sorry, I know a lot of people like that book too. And then actually I swear there's more than this, but the last one is, okay, this is the book that I was thinking about. It's With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, which is the same author as The Poet X. This book is the one that I didn't like. I gave this book a 3-star. I guess I did not like it. It was average to me. So this book is basically about, I can't remember the main character's name. It's been years, but it's about this girl who's like 16 and she gets pregnant and she's in high school, and then she like takes this cooking class and then starts doing that, and then she like meets this boy in her cooking class. I thought this book, like the premise was interesting about like someone getting pregnant in high school, but I just thought the book was so boring. Like there was just nothing interesting like in the storyline. So I'm gonna give it a lie. It's a lie. Okay, I'm officially done. I feel like there's way more, but I'm not gonna do on that. We'll just go with those books. I don't want this video to be too long. So it's officially, the final count was 7 of the books that I got recommended to from Booktube I liked, and 11 I didn't. So I guess the story is that Booktube lied to me. So there you go. That just shows you don't always have to read hyped books or what everyone else is reading. Some of the books I found some like hidden gems, others no, wasn't my thing, but that's okay. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've read a book for Booktube. I'm sure you have if you're here and you're watching a Booktube video. What is your favorite book from Booktube, and what's your least favorite book that you got recommended from Booktube? I'd love to hear from you down below. Thank you so much for getting all the way till the end of this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.